Okay, take 3. Moto Guzzi versus Apexsean. Anders versus Pav on Bedrock. We've tried to do this twice and crashed both times. Sean's sending 2 Marines out immediately. Queuing 1 more, going Gen second. He's going to gobble up his power and then move 1 here and move 1 there. I know this because he's done it twice in a row. Meanwhile, Moto Guzzi has done something different every time. And this time he's not even building a chopper. I guess he just wants to kind of shuffle things up a little bit, but I don't think I wouldn't recommend not building a chopper, especially against UNSC on Bedrock, where it's super easy to bully them. We have a late 2nd Marine being built. This gen needs to be upgraded. I'm just sitting here, yeah, waiting for him to queue it. Probably going to be a 2nd gen, yep. And these Marines have been unharassed. So he's going to be able to pick up everything, keep all his Marines, and that's going to mean he's going to get nodes very quickly. And Guzzi needs to start taking these minis. There he goes. Here's another one, but looks like he all unitsed. And yeah, you can see he's already taking his node. He wouldn't be doing this if there was a chopper harassing him earlier. He also hasn't taken his minis. So yeah, he built another Marine. A total of 5 Marines on the field right now. And now he's going to take it. I think he kind of recognized that there was no chopper, so he didn't bother to take his side mini for a while there. This time, Guzzi is taking his node at the same time as Sean. Last game, it was like Sean would be working on his 3rd, and then Moto would start on his 1st. Because I think he just kind of, his APM wasn't quite there to be moving his chopper, harassing Marines, and taking a node behind it. But that's the play you want to be doing. Also, you want to be taking the node as you're killing the Sentinels. As you have Marines, you can do that. Brute Grunts can't really do that unless you get lucky. Unfortunately. And we're going to see the Grunt upgrade, so maybe we'll see some kind of Rain of Fire play if you can get these Grunts on offense. Or maybe not. It might just be for a pack brother. Raid Camp, Apex, and War Council. That's also something we've been seeing in these games. And I'm going to keep saying that I don't like it. I don't like Tech 1 Apex. They just die to infantry. And the Tech 1 Pavium, I mean, it can be okay. Since he's built these 2 generators before he built the hero, I think it's okay, but I don't really see a point in the Apex. Should be able to jump away, and that's what he does. He definitely doesn't need to be trickling units over here. He should just try and hold on to as many nodes as he can. And take an Expo. And build turrets. That's something that Sean has not been doing in any of these games. He hasn't built a single turret. Now look at all this blue he's got. Looking like he's wanting to Expo, but all uniting away. Yep, he's going back now.
The enemy has captured our power node.
There it is. And then I guess he's gonna probably send these over here. Guzzi going Wraith Invader, as he's done these past 2 games. I like that this is a pad because he has an Apex and a raid camp already, which he's not building out of. And right now they're just fighting over the nodes. Sean's Tech 2 gonna go air pad, and he's gonna go combat tech, which, I mean, this is just what's been happening in these games, and I don't like it. Still don't like the arc defense either. He's been going arc defense instead of turret drop. Turret drop gives you a stun, it doesn't cost yellow, and you can target what you want to target. So it's just way better. This hero needs to leave, though. He's pushing before his timings hit. Like, you're strong once your hero's Tech 2, which is now. But you don't want to go back in because you want your shield back. He's probably going to get hit. No. Yep. So, yeah, that was a mistake. His Spartan could actually die. He could wiggle, and then Pavium just wouldn't be able to hit him, so he's safe now. Yeah, this Apex has just been kind of not very operational, so we're not seeing any NGs. Here's one, but it's just not being built out of. The raid camps are getting use, which is nice. Good smoke on top of the Pavium, but this push is not going anywhere. He's got combat tech now, but his marine numbers have already been eaten up. And that's another thing, he didn't push with his timing. If you wanted to go CT, you should get CT then push. Get your Tech 2 hero then push. Which I don't really like the CT play. I think he's already spamming Ranger to get rid of your marine numbers. Just go hog. And get your Tech 2 Spartan faster. Oh, was that a Kodiak shot? Yep. So I guess just a single Kodiak for node purposes. Pretty nice range. Yep, more Warthogs now. He needs turrets though. Needs more upgraded pads. Like this one. He is upgrading them though, that's good. I think like a double garage. Upgrade all your pads, turrets, 3rd gen. That's what should be on the agenda. Just trying to macro for the retriever behind it all. And a lot of Wraith Invaders here, but not a lot of units to put into them. And he's gonna get a 3rd base, which I don't really like. I think a lot of the time getting a reasonably quick Tech 3 against Anders is good because it lets you get cloaking gens, and then the retriever can't snipe your bases without a Gale, at which point you just build Reavers and kill the Gales. But yeah, this 3rd base is gonna really put a delay on his third tech level by quite a bit. He needs to get his 3rd gen, and then he can get the burnout on all 3 of them. That'll be nice. But Pav typically wants to get a pretty quick 3rd gen. And he doesn't seem to be doing that. He wants to play a heavy Wraith Invader. These Kodiaks have got to get locked down. Not a big infantry ball here. Could be wiggling this hero because it's drawing all of the Rangers' fire. Shrouds are putting in work here. He can't push this though. 3 turrets, just too much. And that's a Retriever. Good rain of fire, takes out Douglas and a Gale. The Retriever's actually on offense. I like that, because there's no base damage here. And there's nothing on defense to stop this. There's not even a foundry. Nor is there one coming up. And he's gonna aim main. There are no turrets on the main, so he can push here, but there's still no base damage. Douglas is getting rebuilt. This base is almost dead. That's gonna be GG. Sure, there's a Lich, but a Lich isn't gonna kill a base as fast as a Retriever. It looks like he's getting pretty lucky though. The Lich is just targeting the main down. Even then, it doesn't really matter. Although he should unlock the base and cancel everything here. Blow up the base, the buildings. No. He doesn't blow it up, so he doesn't get any of that back. Yeah, this shield gen is not gonna happen. There's a single Reaver, obviously not gonna be enough. And it doesn't really matter what happens here, as long as the Retriever does anything other than just sit there and do nothing. Which fortunately it's not doing. The only power income he has is from this unupgraded extractor and 2 nodes. He's gonna be able to aim this down, but it still doesn't matter, because now the Retriever's gonna come kill the army. And there's a network. So that single Reaver is just dead. Liability comes down. I don't really like liabilities with the Retriever. I don't think you should ever use it. Unless you're talking about a bunch of Marines or Grunts clumped together, it's just not worth it. This base gets scouted by the network, so the Retriever's gonna go take care of it immediately, and then he doesn't have enough to buy another base. This gets scouted by the network as well. He's got nothing but this one mini. For population, I don't know what he expects to do with a Grunt against a Retriever. Yeah, the misplay here was not building Reavers. Obviously. And not having any base damage. I think just playing defense and building Reavers would be better. Getting a fast 3rd gen, faster Tech 3, not spending so much time and money just spamming counter units. I think Marauder's better there, but he clearly wanted to play Invader. But Invaders are just not it. If you want to build one to have your hero be faster, that's cool, but it's still not really worth that one leader point it takes to get it. And there's game one. I think the main takeaway for Sean there should be build turrets earlier and on your main. Whenever you have any excess blue, you should be spending it on turrets because of the XP gain you get. 40 XP per turret. It'll get you your leader powers way faster. And Guzzi should, I mean, he's ranked 99. He should know against Anders, you need Reavers. And sometimes it slips the brain because not a lot of people play Anders, and it's hard to remember sometimes. Sometimes you might think you're playing against a cutter just because they're playing similarly, but you really do need something for the retriever. You can't just not build anti-air. I guess another tip for Sean last game would be to use your power spikes better. Don't fight with a Tech 1 Spartan when you're about to get a Tech 2. Don't send it in without a shield. Get your shield back, then go back in. If you go CT, don't lose all your Marines, then get CT. But I wouldn't really even recommend CT in that situation there. Just go straight into Hog. Interesting. Forge Mirror for game 2 here on Frontier. I do think Forge is decent on this map, but with how common like Yap is, I don't pick it here. Colony also gets some play here, and that sucks as well. But this is what they've opted in for. One Marine to blue here, one to this middle power for Moto. Meanwhile, Jackrabbit and Gen second out of Sean. Also Gen second out of Moto. Except, where's his other unit? Did he not build a starting unit? Looks like he didn't build a starting unit, and instead he's just taking this middle mini, which I don't like. Weird place for the rabbit to path to. Looks like he pathed his starting Marines both to the side. So he's going to be a little bit blue poor because he did do that. But he did pick up a little bit of blue here. Now he's moving on to harass this Marine. So that's a pretty big kill. Typically you won't be able to do this, but because Moto didn't build a starting unit, there's nothing he can do to stop this. Okay. Pad in the middle and double racks on the main, and it's going to get scouted instantly. So he should sack this because it's scouted. And he's grabbing this mini. I'm not sure if Sean is gonna. I just realized Sean hasn't grabbed a single mini. Instead, he's built a turret. He really shouldn't be that scared. I mean, it's flamethrowers. They're not good units. It's gonna be Jackrabbit and a hero, but he really needs his minis. And he's just got nothing getting vision on them. He's got a idle Marine here, this Marine in the middle of nowhere. Finally taking this. This is one that can get cleaned up easily though. Looks like these... Okay, no, the barracks are working, it just wasn't showing up. Two turrets, so he's being very safe. And he doesn't need to be. You could just be building rabbits, and that would work better. Pad here, pad here. So it's literally nothing but flamers. And that's just not gonna work. Second gen. So he's building a second gen before he has any more of these minis. Gonna go ahead and clear a node. This Marine can take it. Neglected to take his own power here. Here comes a Pelican. Something he could also do is go mines, which he's floating his second point. I don't know why. He could go mines and put it in front of his base. And then what would happen is there's a chance at least that he'd land on the mines. But it looks like he was a bit smarter than that. Moved them to the side instead of the front of the base. Forge Hog should be on defense. If you land an anvil round right when that Pelican drops, you'll get so much damage. So here's the anvil round. Here's the anvil round. There. And then he needs to move his Forge Hog right next to the generator, which he does. And now he just buys his second gen back and wins. And these turrets really weren't even necessary. He could have just had like 4 more rabbits and it would have done the same thing, except he could push across the map and win faster. More flamers, but what are they gonna do? Sean needs to build on these minis he's taken, and he needs to spend his leader points. Looks like instead of any counter push, he's just taking more nodes. He wants to play it slow. He's found a gen on a mini base, which it's not always bad to do this, but not this mini. Never put a gen on this mini. I wouldn't put a gen on any mini on this map. Here's another Pelican. And there's nothing here to defend. He's gonna have to run back. There's a scatter bomb, but he moves out of it very quickly. Killing this turret isn't really consequential. Although Sean didn't sack it, so he does get the XP. Jen's gonna die, doesn't get sacked either. And look at how much Sean is floating. He could have so many more rabbits right now. Clean this up so much faster. And he could be queuing the second gen back immediately. And a scatter on the base. Doesn't kill anything. Yeah, don't use scatter bombs on buildings. It's a bad idea. Especially like on Tech 1, that's an expensive leader power. That's gonna put you behind in tech. Typically you want to avoid scattering on Tech 1 unless it's really just that juicy. And it's never that juicy when it's done on a base. It just doesn't do good damage. So, he's still spamming flamers, and Sean's Tech 2, putting up double garage, triple garage actually. Should be upgrading this generator and should be getting an armory up for his Forge Hog upgrade. Looks like another Pelican coming in. He's just seeing how many times he can do it. Anvil round, anvil round. Not really a juicy one, not in the center. And he went heal, 4th point. He could have just... He even has vision over here. He could have just dropped Kodiaks right here and the game would be over. This isn't scary. It's flamers. Rabbits are kind of taking some damage from these turrets, but they're gonna kill this Marine. Save his red bar mini base. Flamers are gonna get another pad. I don't think they're even gonna get this turret though, nope. They get cleaned up. 6 hogs already out of Sean. So the 8-minute 45-second second generator timing out of Moto here. He has 1 mini. Finally Sean decides he wants to go to the main. Never mind. I don't know why. Nope, he's gone. Poor Jog's gonna clean up another mini and that, or node. That's pretty odd. Look at the arrows. Strange. Another scatter bomb on a base. And another 4th point heal. Okay, for all you Forge players, don't scatter bomb bases and don't go heal on 4th point. It's not good. Also, flamers don't do well against hogs. I don't think I should have to say that. In general, Pelican cheesing is bad. It'll never work against anyone decent. So don't do it. There you go. Here's a game 2. You don't really want highway, do you? uh, Trying to pelican cheese? It, is this a best of 3 or 5? So what map next? How about Rift? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'll go ahead and leave. Okay, game 3. Rift, Yap versus Colony. Um, Sean's on Colony, Moto's on, Yap. Chopper open from the Colony. I don't like it, not against Yap. Also, not on this map. I think this is typically a grunt open kind of map. Because there are so many garrisons you can hop into. Although it looks like Moto didn't open chopper. Which Yap still should open chopper on this map.
Instead of harvester, how about we call it tickler? That sounds more nicer.
Probably a Gen 4th. Gen 2nd from Sean, which I don't like. Doesn't really make sense to do that against a Yap who's going for your minis. With Gen 2nd, it's a lot harder to afford your minis. Yeah, because he built a chopper and he went Gen 2nd, he's not going to afford his mini over here. He's not going to afford his back mini either. Nor is he going to have vision on it. So... it's just a matter of Moto paying attention, moving this guy, which he's not doing, still not doing. Another one's coming back here. Okay, they're gonna hang out. Now he can literally buy it. There he goes. So he's bought every mini on the map. And Sean's gonna go Goliaths. I don't like that he's not building skits. Oh, he is. It's just not showing up because it's a good game. Turret as well. Yeah, now he's not building skits. It should just be a constant pump. Like, he has the money for it. Don't know why he's not doing it. He could also expo. When you get no minis, you should expo. Because you need building slots. Some riders out of Moto. And the annoying thing about Yap is that turrets don't really do anything because they're just killing fodder. And the important unit is gonna get away without any damage on it. Looks like he just built 2 Goliaths and now he's going into an Apex. Might not be enough though. He does have his second point heal. He also has a Liam bank 3 minutes into the game somehow. He's not building skits, not building another turret. He is expoing though. There's the heal, but it's placed very poorly. Should be placed more over here. That way it hits the gen more. Looks like it is hitting the gen now. So that's good. That's just because there's nothing else to heal. If there was something else damaged, it would be targeting other things as well. But he does save it, because Moto didn't build more riders, he wanted to build heavy grunts. And he didn't stop this from getting killed by a Goliath. Which he could have done. It's just 1 Goliath. But he's lost both his minis to 1 Goliath each. And the gen didn't die. This was all a massive waste. This expo has come up, not scouted or anything. Second gen's up. Looks like a third gen's coming up for Moto, and he's building methane wagons. But he doesn't have another raid camp. And he's not going to sack a harvester for a raid camp either, he's going to upgrade them all. So he's just not going to have any units. The only thing he can build are methane wagons, fodder, and choppers. And now there's a Goliath drop. And there's nothing but a turret and 2 methane wagons to defend it. The turrets still don't manage to take out this gen, and they're just gonna die to Goliaths and turrets. So that was just an XP donation to Sean. And clearly the methane wagons aren't going to cut it against Goliaths. This isn't an interaction you get to see very often, so I hope you appreciate this. Please don't shoot me. That's 4th point? No. It must have been 4th. That must have been 4th point, yeah. It makes sense he would already be 4th point. Wait, no. Now it's 6 minutes in, and look at how close he would be to 5th. But he used turrets. Wait, he didn't go mine. He went methane wagon, please don't shoot me, turret. He doesn't have mine. Okay. And he loses 2 generators. So, not exactly amazing. He can hit Tech 2 though, which he does. 4 methane wagons, it really doesn't make sense. Methane wagons are support units. They buff your grunts. They should not be built just as a combat unit like this. Tech 2 still a little bit of a ways out for Sean, but that's because he has this Expo over here upgraded. And now there's a drop, and there's nothing to defend. Yeah, really just nothing at all. He's got some grunts just standing outside of mini bases because he never bothered to set a global rally point. Hunter Captain's gonna get denied. If he gets enough of them, maybe he could hold with skit Engies. Because these grunts are getting killed by Goliaths. And after the grunts are dead, there's nothing that can kill the Engies. So, he's actually gonna hold here. He should be continuing to build. Turret, turret, turret. Rebuild here. Spam grunt, take nodes. But it seems he's just completely focused over here. Not sure what he's doing though. Like, Q something. Looks like the hero's being built over here now. Pretty good brand. Takes out a whole lot. And yeah, this is held. Meanwhile, Moto is just single pumping heavy grunts with no expo, so just not a lot of production going on. Heavy grunt, methane wagon, and fodder. At this rate, he's not going to have an army up for a very long time. I don't really think he needs 2 raid camps. Just 1 would be okay for a little bit of hunter. And then he could go marauders and Gs. But let's see. He is building skits. He should be building more though. He should be double pumping them. I don't think I like the 3rd base because of the delay it gives to your Tech 3. Kind of like what I said with that first game. Typically, I think it's better to get Tech 3 before your 3rd base. Not all the time, but that's kind of the rule of thumb. Now we're pushing with Hunter Captain, some Engis, and a Goliath drop. And it's gonna work because there's just no army here from Moto. Because well, he was single pumping, now he's double pumping, but even then, not gonna be enough. Especially if the Hunter Captain gets in the garrison, which he does. There's a beam and a split. 2 NGs, 2 NGs. So, not a bad split. And there's just nothing that's going to be able to dislodge this Hunter Captain. I don't know why both these players decided they wanted to spam Ranger. Sean had no reason to go Ranger here. Colony in general doesn't really need Rangers because skits do that. Also, he's shooting at the base with the Rangers. Not really good use of them. And he's not building any more skits. It seems he just built the skits to put him on the Hunter Captain. So that's a pretty big mistake, because if you're not spamming skits, you're not playing Colony right. Yap drop, but the fight's already lost. And there's another leader point for Colony. And it's over. 3-0. GG's.